Hey, what's up? Sunrain here. I have a deck profile video for y'all today. Link in the description for my last deck profile. This is sort of like the same thing, it's the same concept. Not really as much, a little different, a lot different actually. But if y'all remember, those of y'all have seen the zombie deck profile. My last one, the zombie virus. This is a new zombie profile. And I got rid of like all of the virus engine. And I replaced that with more consistency, a lot more low-level monsters, very few bosses. I got rid of the vampire engine as well. And I just made some overall changes to make the deck a lot more consistent and less likely to break. And also, it's going to be sped up a lot more. So, here we go. Starting off, we have 3 Spirit Reapers. This card can be destroyed by battle if it inflicts damage to the opponent. I make them discard a random card from their hand. So, it comes in handy. Spirit Reaper, can't be destroyed by battle, so really valuable in my opinion. We have the Tristan, Knight of the Underworld. 3 copies of this. Says when this card's normal summon, I can target 1 zombie monster 0 defense in graveyard, add to hand. So, really good for the consistency and recursion. Bring back Isolde. 3 copies of her. She's really important because once per turn I can name any level between 5 through 8. Her and another monster, she's affected by her own effect. And I can name any level and both monsters become that level. So she's really good for XYZ summoning and getting your extra deck monsters out. Especially if you do a lot of XYZ summoning. So she's really good, very consistent. And get out XYZs early. So she's a huge role of this deck. Next, we have 3 Necroworld Banshees. And what she does, she protects Zombie World from being destroyed. So if I have 3 of her out, it's a lot of consistency. And if you say you kill her by battle, if you defeat her in battle, she gets killed, gets into the graveyard. I can banish her from my graveyard and instantly bring back another Necroworld Banshee. So, she's really powerful in that sense of recursion and protection of the zombie world. Next, we have 3 of the Red Eye Zombie Dragons. This is a 2400 beat stick. It requires only 1 monster for tribute to get out. So that's really quick beat stick, really consistent. Next, we have the boss of the deck. We have the Doom King Balderrock. He can bring himself out if he's in the graveyard. He can bring himself out from the zombie world if there's a zombie world on the deck, and he's good for if you try using your effect, I can just negate it and I can banish a monster. I can only use 1, so whichever I find the best solution, that's what I can do. I have 3 Ash Blossoms. Didn't have this in my last one. I have 3 Ash Blossoms. Hand traps, y'all already know what she does. Negates a lot of things. She's very, very annoying. Hard to deal with. Next, we have 3 Ghost Spells. I haven't really used her before, so I'm going to read y'all the effect. So basically, she's like Ash Blossom, but I can, whenever you try adding any card from either the deck to the hand, or the extra deck, or you try specialing something from the graveyard, or you try banishing, I can discard her and negate the activation. So, Ghost Spell, she'll become really useful, especially since, people try special summoning from the deck and looking and searching. I have 3 Plague Spreader Zombies, 3 Glow Up Blooms, and 3 Tatsu Necros, as y'all can see it there. That right there, that is my synchro engine for my extra decks. I'm running a lot more synchro than I did in that last video because I feel that it's more consistent, especially with this new build. So starting off with the XYZs, we have the Red Eye Zombie Necro Dragon, and what this does, this gains 100 attack for every. Is it 100? Yeah, it's 100 attack and defense for every zombie monster on the field and graveyard. So you can get that beefed up really, really quick, especially with Zombie World on the field. Secondly, for the XYZs, we have 3 of the Archfiend Zombie Skulls. And what this does is, whenever it's on the field, protects my zombie monsters from your card effects. So any like disruption, like if you have a Geki break or anything that will like destroy, it won't destroy them. So it basically like nerfs all of the disruption that the opponent may have. I have 3 zombie signs. Like I said, Isolde, what I do is Isolde's out on the field and I have another low level on the field. So what I do with Isolde is I make her a level 8 and I make my other monster a level 8. Boom, both monsters are now level 8. I get a zombie sign out, even though I don't have like any like real level 8 monsters other than Boulder Rock. So zombie sign is, really simple to get out with Isolde. So it's really quick, very, very consistent with that. For Link, going to the Link place, we have Vampire Sucker. And what this does is I get to tribute your monsters even though I don't control them. And that's one of her effects. What's her other one? So I haven't played with them forever, I'm sorry. So if I contribute a monster you control even though I do not control them. It's only zombies monsters, but with Zombie World turns everything into zombies. I can target one monster in either graveyard, I special summons in my to the opponent's field, becomes zombie monster. And then if the zombie monster special summons from either graveyard, draw 1 card. So like I guess the only reason that she wasn't hit on any ban list is because vampires suck, literally, and she wasn't really that powerful the way everyone expected her to be. So, I guess we'll see how she is. It's gonna be my first time actually, playing with her, to be honest. Next, we have Foolish Burial. Use this to get out Boulder Rock. Send him to Graveyard, Zombie World, boom. Bring him out early. 1 for 1. Little synchro recursion for fodder. Then we have Terraforming to search out zombie worlds. Each of these are limited on the lists, so that's why there's only 1 of each on there. Really consistent, my fault. Then we have 3 zombie worlds. This turns everything on the field into zombies. Really controls, the game and everything. If you have like machines or whatever, you're running Orcus or whatever, your Orcus, I don't know Orcus, but I don't know if they deal with like machines or whatever, but because I don't play them, I just know they're really annoying. But it will stop you from doing that because they won't be machines, they'll be zombies. That's just an example. We have Book of Life. I target 1. So what it does? I target 1 zombie in the graveyard and send 1 monster to your opponent's graveyard. I special summon 1 and I banish the other. So it's really good for getting rid of problematic monsters. If someone is playing a bunch of, annoying stuff, I get rid of that. Called by the Grave. 3 of these. I have target 1 monster in the graveyard, banish it, and if I do, your effects are negated. So, someone's running like a Necroface or a Cyframe, whatever. This could like help shut them down just for that 1 turn. So it's really consistent. Very annoying to deal with if you ever get called by the Grave too, but it's very annoying for the opponent to deal with. I have 3 Gravekeeper Servant. This card right here is super, super annoying. If you attack me, you have to mill a card. So 3, get 3 of these on this field at the same time. That's 3 cards you're milling just to attack me once. Coffin Seller. Gravekeeper Servant. Boom, you attack. You go to the graveyard, mill. Coffin Seller, what that does is every time a card is sent to the graveyard, you take 300 damage per card. So you're taking 300 damage just by attacking me with, Gravekeeper Servant. Really consistent, and they do stack. So you could be taking upwards of 927 points of damage, 2,700, just for, attacking. So very, make you think twice before you do anything. 3 Scrap Iron Scarecrows. That does. The card's very annoying. Only way to get rid of this, you have to either banish it or have an effect that, stops me from using it. Scrap Iron Scarecrow. You attack. Oh, Scrap Iron. Boom. It's like a Battle Fader and a gate attack, only except instead of getting sent to the graveyard, it stays on field and just goes back. Then we have Nightmare Wheel. I choose your monster and you take damage. I believe it is 500 damage each standby phase, and you can't attack. So it's like a Spellbinding Circle with a little bit of burn. Very, very annoying. And now that I don't have vampires anymore, I actually have I'll have the capita and life points to hit you with that unending nightmare. I actually took this from my Lunalight deck. I'm gonna rebuild into deck profile for that will be coming up. And so once per chain, if there's a spell or trap card on the field, I can destroy you, pay 1,000. And you can only do that once per chain. So like, say I find I'm going up against a Lunalight player, and the Lunalight player, they have Babel out, and I don't like Babel, I'll just, pay 1,000, destroy Babel, get that out of there. And if someone's running like Secret Village or Spellcasters, the only way you can play Spellcasters is if you have. The only way you play spells, my fault, is if you have Spellcasters. So that's annoying. I want Zombie World and Necro Banshee. She won't be able to resolve her effective Secret Villages out, so I just, pay 1,000, destroy Secret Village, and then Zombie Necro World's Banshee, she gets to resolve her effect. So anyways, that is my new zombie profile. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. And once again, like I said before, y'all can go see the differences. That old profile will be in the link in the description below. So yeah, y'all be sure to let me know what y'all think of this. Like, comment, subscribe as always. And always remember, we are Crime Scene. Be blessed.